This is Resident Evil 2, the remake, and I just finished Resident Evil 4 remake as well. I couldn't help notice something. In both games we have the game mechanic of a quick turn, where the character, you can press, well, in Resident Evil 2 it's actually two buttons, whereas in Resident Evil 4 it's mapped to the same button. Now the character just switches or turns 180 degrees. 180 degrees. Let me show you the controls for it. I have the control type C, where R1 is for run and quick turn is the moment key plus circle. And it doesn't matter what type it is, it requires two button mappings. But if you really think about it, we don't need two button mappings, right? I mean, unless you need the other button for some other mechanic, because you can map it to the run button itself. It just makes sense, and it makes the gameplay smoother and less complicated for the user. And let me switch over to Resident Evil 4. And now we're in Resident Evil 4. Let me go into a slow game. Excuse me, Ashley. Alright. Boom. Oh, I just changed the control. Okay, yeah. Let me just perform it. Alright. Boom. Boom. It's also much smoother. Right. So in Resident Evil 4, you can notice that the run, there's two buttons for run. You can use either the left stick or R1, and for quick turn you can use R1 itself, and that just makes more sense. It makes it much smoother, less complex. Just map it to the same thing, right? And it's cool here, of course, you have multiple different control types. They even mention what are the changes from different types. And if you notice B1, it's a type for players accustomed to the Resident Evil series. And here you can notice the quick turn, the circle, kind of like the classic setup from the previous games. Like somewhat similar to Resident Evil 2. Now what's even cooler is you can separately decide or control what you want the button to be for the quick turn type. Yeah, I mean, you can choose whatever you want, but they still offer you like 3 options. You can even go for the crouch button if you want to do that. I don't know how that's gonna work. That sounds pretty weird. Wait, let me just... So I'm running and then... yeah, that's... Okay, so I can't do this when I'm running. If I put it as crouch, something like that. Yeah, that's kind of a mess. Anyways, I just wanted to highlight how, you know, we have this evolving game mechanic, something that I noticed as a series from Resident Evil 2 to Resident Evil 4, and yeah, that's pretty cool.